Hi, Miss Foley here. I am going to do a very quick screencast for you on the basics introduction of Google Sheets and or Microsoft Excel, on basic spreadsheet software. Start by being in your own drive, click New, and you can see options come down the side, New Google Sheet. We're going to start with a blank spreadsheet. The basics that I want to make sure you understand, the first thing you should do whenever you open up a spreadsheet is, still loading, make sure you name it and place it the proper spot in your drive. So for this spreadsheet, I'm going to call it BTT tutorial. And I'm going to place it into here. I click on my file and I can choose then within my drive, I can choose my BTT folder. You should be saving all your work, as you know, organized into some sort of BTT folder. Remember, we do have a digital portfolio culminating, so you need to make sure you're keeping track of all of your materials for this course, saving them all with reasonable titles and saving them all into your BTT folder. So the basics I want to show you on a spreadsheet when you open it are sort of 5 main things. First, this is called a cell. Any one spot is called a cell. Each cell has an address. There's columns, which are the letters above. These are all columns, and rows, which are indicated by numbers. So this cell is cell C4, because letter C, number 4. It goes on basically for infinity, not quite, but the spreadsheet's enormous. You can go on past the alphabet. You can go on, the numbers keep going. I've never actually made it to the bottom of a spreadsheet. So it goes on forever, but we'll look at what we have in front of us. So cells, columns, rows. There's also something called a range, and that's when you have more than one cell. So in this case, that would be the range for cells C4 through to D5, and that's the quadrant of cells. Whenever you want to write in a cell, you just go ahead and write as if normal. As you can see, I'm going out past the end of the cell. When I hit enter, it'll go down to the next cell. The writing will show as long as there's nothing beside it. If there's something in this cell, suddenly your writing looks like it disappears. It's still there. Just click on it and you can see that the writing, whatever you populate in the cell, still exists. You also have a line up here where you can input and edit what you have inside of a cell. There are some options on how to format your cell. So format, text wrapping, for example. Overflow means that it's going over into the next cell, as you saw. Wrap means it will actually rotate, like wrap within the cell, and it'll expand your cell accordingly to fit your text. These are just a few editing tricks to get you set up for the assignment we're going to do today. One more I want to show you is how to do a basic formula. And in order to do that, I'm going to populate a few of these cells. Even actually see this, how I did 1, 2, you can highlight them and it will keep whatever pattern you have going. So as long as I'm dragging, when it turned into a plus sign in the corner, when I'm dragging, it continues those numbers down. And let's just say we're inputting some data here, 25, 33, I'm just going to put in random numbers. Oops. And you can go up and down either using your mouse or by using your arrow keys. Now, if I want to, for example, add up this column above me, I start by hitting an equal sign. As soon as you do an equal sign, it knows you're creating a formula. So equal sign, oops, and then I write the word sum because I want to add things up. And then I just need to actually highlight the cells I want to include, and then you can either close the bracket or just hit enter, it'll close the bracket for you. So that's the total sum of what all these numbers add up to. If I also wanted to know, for example, average, you go about it the exact same way. Equal sign, but now I write average instead of writing sum, and I highlight the cells that I want to average out. Those are 2 of the formulas you'll need for your quick activity today. And if you have questions as you go, feel free to ask me. I'll also put a couple of other generic spreadsheet tutorials up on the classroom so that you can have whatever support or help you need. Great, thanks.